What's up everybody, Tommy Har with the Real Side of Real Estate, and in today's video, we're back at the Zillow Gone Wild house. It's been a minute since I brought you guys back here. We've been working behind the scenes, MEPs, we've been doing a lot of structural stuff, so we're back to show you guys what this house looks like. We spent almost $100,000 to get to this point. Still looks like a bomb went off, but over the next couple weeks, this house is gonna be transformed from $650,000 when we purchased it for to $1.4 million. For those of you that are on YouTube or wherever you're watching this and you're like, there's not $1 million houses in Ohio. Yes, there is. Search Grandview, Ohio, 1313 Lincoln. It's gonna be worth 1.4, and I'm gonna be really happy when it sells because we're gonna make $250,000 on this house right here. So let's do the outside first. Well, and also, if you guys like the Real Side of Real Estate, hit that like button, subscribe for the Real Side of Real Estate. If you guys want to see these houses get transformed on national television, 11 a.m. every Saturday, Zombie House Flipping Family Business, my TV show airs every single week. So if you guys want to see these, not as educational, but more inspirational and more entertaining, Rob got me, please show some love. So the Real Side of Real Estate going national on the television scale. So here we boarded up some windows on the outside, so this is now our primary bedroom. We got nice custom black windows coming in, black on the outside, white on the inside. All of this wooden siding, once these windows go in next week, we got Hardie siding coming in. So we're spending, I think, 28 to 30 grand on Hardie siding, just on siding alone, guys. So like for those of you that are online, you're like, flippers don't do good stuff. There's different levels to this stuff. I'm putting $400,000 into this house. $400,000 cash. So, what's up, guys? We got the backyard looking good. I mean, we got a beautiful 3-car garage, and this is the first time seeing it all framed up. Wow. Looks good. Looks good, dude. Wow. Damn.
I mean, when were we here shooting those ad videos?
2 days ago. 2 days ago, this thing was wide open, and they went crazy, bro.
It's a big
Look
ass
at this
garage.
thing. This is amazing.
This is what you need at your house.
I'm saying. I mean, this is a lot of space. I kind of underestimated what a 3-car felt like. This is legit. I mean, it's custom. I mean, you got the dormer on the front. We got custom windows going into the front. So it's not just like your standard garage. This place is badass, guys. And these are the little touches that we're doing to this house to get it to be worth 1.4 mil. And a couple of the neighbors, they were like, they might be watching this, they're like, I don't think you should put a 3-car, there's not enough space. This yard is humongous, humongous. And this will get Hardie siding on it as well. We're gonna have a big driveway going out that way. And then you still got all of this space over here for the rest of your house.
I mean, this backyard's still bigger than yours.
It's huge.
With a 3-car garage.
Crazy. So in this area, you've got, and how I knew this was a deal too, you have houses that are millions of, like $1 to $1.8 million. There's a house 1 block over, sold $1.35 million on a skinny lot and a shared driveway. So when this came along, I was like, oh, this is a no-brainer. I live very close to this. I'm not gonna say where, but very close to this house. My house appraised my house is 3,600 square foot. It's appraised for 1.65 mil. This house is 2,700 square foot and is gonna go for 1.4. And my house doesn't have all the bells and whistles as this does, because this one's gonna be brand new everything. I'm gonna take a video real quick while we're out here. All right, we're out here at the $1.4 million flip. We got a 3-car garage all the way in, shooting a YouTube video with Rob. Look at this shit. Woo! For those of you that didn't think I was gonna sell this thing for 1.4, you guys are out of your minds. I thought I was gonna move into this house. Rob told me not to, so I'm not doing it. Show you guys the inside. All right, so this back area here, We still have to rip off, build a foundation, but we're playing a game with the city. The city inspector doesn't love us. He's very picky. So we waited till our insulation passed. And now our framing passed, so we can do drywall. So now we're gonna do this, send our revision in, because it's already passed us. So there's certain things like when you start to learn this game, you gotta just figure out how to play it. Yeah, I'm still in love with that damn garage. This is beautiful. I mean, it's the first time building a garage like that.
Yeah.
Sick. Also, my main framer, we just met that, so you meet these contractors through everybody. My structural engineer, his name's Steve, I've been working with him as a home inspector and now into this flipping career. He sent us these guys. My other framer, Jesus, we did the 5-car garage that you guys have maybe seen on my other, I don't know how much they charge for this, but the 5-car garage, Jesus quoted us $20,000 to frame it. Frame it, wrap it, sheath it, no roof. For that 5-car garage that you guys maybe saw on my social media, $5,500. So these guys are my new secret weapon, and we're gonna start new builds here soon, and we're gonna be building shit like this, and these guys are legit.
How much?
I don't know how much they did this for. I can ask Bruce.
But the 5-car.
5-car garage, they did all of the framing for $5,500.
That's wild.
So I'm assuming they're about the same for this. All right, so getting up into the house, we cut in some lighting here. So we're gonna have some lighting for that stuff. I guess my wife came over here one day when my electrician was here, and she added that to my scope of work. It's like, oh, they're only $60 a pop. Just throw it in there. All right, so coming into the house, now from the naked eye, I might have to turn the light on as we go in. To the naked eye, this house maybe has not changed that much. But I'm here to tell you that it really has, because everything up in these walls is brand new. So we've got all new electric, all new HVAC, all new plumbing running up through these ceilings. So the reason why this house, other than it being a little bit functionally obsolete, it did not sell for what they wanted, which was like 800 to 900 grand, which it was probably worth that, is that it had knob and tube running through every single wall. It didn't have much insulation in the walls. So that's like the thing is, it's not always what your eyes see. You gotta be able to see beyond that as well. So into my dining room, we got all of our wood covered up. So for those of you that hadn't seen this in a while, this stuff has all been covered. So this is all being kept. So I'm very proud that we're keeping all this stuff. It's gonna be a very cool house. Our framing, we had to do a lot of engineering in this house. So we got LVLs running in between the walls, down in through the basement floors. We had to do a change in the last minute when we were doing our roof, and we had to spend $4,000 for an engineer to come out quickly and do that stuff. So plan well, but always be ready to pivot, and you gotta be ready to spend the money, because if you're not good with spending money on the fly, you're probably not gonna be a good home flipper. Another load point here. So you see all these 2x4s coming down. This is the engineer ran the beams up, and you have to have the load being carried. So it's being carried all the way down through here, down to the basement. And if you have an engineered stamp, that's where the framing passes. And when the inspector sees this stuff, that's what they're looking for. So they're looking for mostly load-bearing stuff when you're looking at and talking about framing. This right here in this house is the only chase we have. So it's the only soffit in the entire house. So for those of you that maybe know construction, that's really, really good. So having one area where you have like just a box, and you have a box up there hiding your plumbing and your HVAC in the entire house, 2,700 square foot, that's the only place you have it. The reason that's possible is because the joists are so deep in this house, and we planned this stuff. We thought it through. We made sure that we weren't doing anything silly. Bedroom number, or more of an office space. You don't have to go in there really, it's not much to it. But we've been starting to square off our existing plaster, and what we're doing is we're doing a level 5 skim throughout the entire house. The reason we didn't gut all of this plaster is because we wanted to keep all this existing beautiful trim down here. Because if we took it off or broke it, it'd be really hard to find it and put it back. So we're skim coating this entire house. Expensive, yes. Pain in the ass, yes. But drywall would be just as much, and the trim is our main reason why we kept all this stuff. Okay. Over here. When's the last time we shot a video here?
I think when framing was done.
Okay, so we did do a layout, so like...
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You did change the bathroom.
We changed this. So I guess the moral of this is going to give you guys an update.
Oh, you did?
And we changed this as well. So half bath stays the same, but my wife came in here and she's like, let's move in. And I'm like, let's fucking do it. And so we were planning on maybe moving in for about a week. And so she, of course, as women do, if you're a woman watching this, you're guilty of it, I'm sure. You wanted to change everything. So this here, this was going to be a laundry. This is going to be so cool. This is now a butler's pantry. So this coming in, we have to move the framing over a little bit still, but this is all going to be a butler's pantry. So cabinetry set in here. And this right here is going to be a fake cabinet. So this can be a cabinet door that you're going to pull open and it's going to go into a fucking pantry.
That's cool as hell.
Cool as hell, right? So like once again, we really do this shit. I mean, I've not done that many of the high-end things, but we can still do it. And we're starting to do more of it. Fridge is going to be here. So cabinets are going to come all the way across. You got hidden pantry cabinet, and we got a tall pantry next to it. So it's going to be here. So this will be all boxed in, and then the cabinet door will be right here, walking in to this. Those are the things, that's the reason why stuff like that, the 3-car garage, the bathrooms I'm going to show you. That's why these cabinets just in this house alone, custom, same people that did my house, $30,000. Just for cabinets.
That's what I say behind the mic, everyone. Jeez.
No granite, just literally cabinets. Gonna be insane. My wife had a good idea here too. It's very dark in this house. She wanted to open up this window a little bit bigger. So our sink is gonna be here, big, beautiful light. And then we've got our
stove.
No, this is
your
a
pot filler.
Pot filler. And then we got our gas line for our stove right here. So we got a 36-inch range. Boom. Range hood. That's going to be custom. We've got our hood venting out through the exterior here. And then the outside that I was talking about, building the foundation. This has been, what do we do? How do we change things? So this also now is going to be a mudroom and more of like a drop zone. So we got now a closet, coat closet. Forget what's going here. Maybe nothing. Windows. And then like a built-in drop zone. So coat hangers and then built-in for shoes here.
Are you not doing French doors here?
That's going to be a standard door with glass and it's going to walk out to a deck. So the back side of the house you guys saw, it's going to walk out to like 10 feet of deck. It's going to stop on this side. It's going to wrap all the way around the other side of the house. It's going to be crazy.
My only question is, since you got rid of the laundry, where's it going?
All right, laundry. So not only were we like, okay, laundry's gone here. We got our primary bedroom right here. So it's all insulated. We're good. We just passed insulation actually today. Actually, no, we passed framing. So we got a stackable washer and dryer right here. And we also have a stackable washer and dryer right above it. So we got a first floor washer dryer and a second floor washer and dryer. This is a big ass closet.
So so it's gonna be like the clothing closet and a laundry room.
So you got one in your primary, so you don't even have to leave your bedroom.
Damn.
To do your laundry here. You got your bathroom right here, so this will be a soaking tub, and it'll have tile up to about here, and then something cool up. I can't remember what it is, and then this will all be tiled from inside and outside. Double vanity right here, toilet on the other side. So, nice, beautiful. You got sconce lights here. So this is sconce light here, sconce light here. Like, crazy.
Yeah.
Could be crazy. My designer, Amanda, she's amazing. She's the best. She designed all the houses on my TV show. She's been taking her time on this one. I love you, Amanda, but you've been killing me. Bartering it, but the reason I say that is she took her time because it's gonna be fucking sweet. Okay, so upstairs. Another thing that you won't think about, these stairs are pretty tight. We all kind of felt that when we walked in. We can't get drywall up it. So what we're having to do is open up one of these windows. We have to call the electric company to remove the electric from the house, pull it off the house, so we can get a boom lift to the back of the house and boom lift it up to the back here. But with that being said, a couple things I want to show you guys. And hopefully when you guys are watching this, not just for entertainment, listen to the things I'm saying, because I wish somebody that I could watch back then were actually teaching me some of the things I need to learn. Flat roof. So we have a 1 out of 12 pitch roof here, flat. The only way to insulate that is going to be foam. So spray foam. Spray foam is going to be more expensive. So we had to spray foam that's up here. And on the outside walls, we have R19 fiberglass. So exterior walls, you really just need R13 and above. We went R19 to make it extra insulated. You have to spray foam all of your like fire entry points. So you have to, God, why is my brain not working today? Fire block all of your points coming from like up and down your house. So where there's openings in your framing where wires are coming up and in, you have to fire block all that stuff. So that's what that foam stuff is here. So big windows coming in, those will be installed next week. And then we can install our Hardie siding. We've got a walk-in closet here, and we have our big standard size bathroom right here, window. We got our shower pan right here. Super, I mean, with the vaulted ceilings, making it feel bigger. It's not vaulted, but it's taller. And now this is the time. So we've gone through the bullshit. We've been through the MEPs. We've spent the expensive stuff. Now's the time when drywall starts. This place is going to look like just an amazing, beautiful house.
I'm trying to think.
We changed another thing here.
Because I think the last time we were here, we were with Bruce, and this was open still.
Oh, really? Damn.
So I'm pretty sure that
it's been a while since we did an update here.
Unless we did one.
We might have done one more, but either way. Big ass bedroom. So we got 1, 2, 3 bedrooms up here, 2 downstairs if you want to count that office. So it's a 4-bed or 5-bed, whatever way you want to swing it. What we changed here was the bedroom used to walk in right here. We changed it to the door coming here so it's symmetrical there. And we pushed this all the way back. And here's our other laundry. So we got another laundry right here. And also we got a nice coat closet or linen closet right here.
Damn.
So, yeah. And then another full bath right here.
His and hers.
His and hers. The Jack and Jill, the shared. But yeah, we have spent, let's see here. And if you guys want these systems, Lincoln, I have a mentorship program. I don't talk about it enough. You get all my systems, all my processes, all my trackers. To the date, we've spent $172,000 on this house. Electrical, so exterior, siding and windows. I'm assuming this is like some of the dormer stuff we did. 17 grand. Non-construction, 18 grand. So it's going to be like drawings and permits. HVAC, 13,000. Plumbing, 7,000. Electrical, 11,000. Garage, we've paid 13,000. Roof, we've spent 8,000. Demo, 18,000. Concrete and driveway, 5,500. We have 47,000 budgeted. Framing, 29,000. And yeah, other miscellaneous stuff in between. But from the time you saw me in the beginning to now, we spent almost $200,000. A lot of cash to get it to look like this, right? It's pretty insane.
It just looks gutted.
It looks, I mean, like untrained eye, I'd be like, what am I looking at? This is nothing. But like, this is the point where it starts to get really beautiful, and I can't wait to bring you guys along for the ride. So, if you guys want to learn how to flip houses like this, click the link in the show notes. Have a book a call with my team. Would love to teach you how to flip houses. Would love to teach you to do what I do. Head over to my TV show on A&E every Saturday at 11 a.m. Zombie House Flipping Family Business. We take houses just like this one that you're seeing, but we do it on national television. And
you get to see the whole process a lot quicker.
And you get to see the whole process quicker. And yeah, make sure you like and subscribe for the real side of real estate. If you like videos like this, drop me some love. But we'll make a really cool before and after of this house so you guys can see. If you guys are in Columbus, we're going to do another meetup at this house when it's closer to done or done. And we're going to celebrate when we make 200 grand on this house right here. Peace.